Hello students, today we will discuss about the general description of ocimum, which is commonly known as tulsi. First of all, we will discuss about the systematic position of ocimum sanctum, which belongs to kingdom Plantae, subkingdom Tracheobionta, superdivision Spermatophyta, division is Magnoliophyta, and subclass is Asteridae, order is Lamiales, and family Lamiaceae, which is also known as mint family, and genus is ocimum. Let's talk about the habit of the plant. It's a perennial herb which survive for more than one season, more than in fact 2 seasons, with strong aromatic smell. You all know that we identify the mint or the tulsi with the help of their aromatic smell. Then root is the tab branch root, stem is herbaceous above and woody below, aerial, erect, solid. It means there is no hollow stem. It is quadrangular. It means 4 angles are there on the of the stem. Branch hairy with aromatic smell. Leaves are opposite decussate, as we discussed in the Asclepiadaceae family. Opposite decussate leaves, we can see from this diagram that these leaves shows the opposite decussate arrangement, in which first pair of leaves are opposite to each other, and the second pair of leaves at the 90-degree angle to the first pair. Then simple petiolate leaves means petiole is there. Exstipulate means outgrowth at the base of the leaf is absent. Ovate shaped leaves are there. Serrate means serrate margins. Yes, these leaves show that here is the serrate margin. Dentations, small dentations are there. Acute, suddenly acute apex, very sharp leaf at the tip, which is known as the acute leaf. Hairy, unicosted reticulate venation means single main vein is present. After that it shows the reticulations. So all these diagram shows the information about the flowering twig, which shows the opposite decussate leaves. This is the inflorescence. This is the TS of the ovary. Here is the VS of the verticilluster inflorescence. This is the floral diagram, which we will discuss further. Inflorescence is verticilluster, flower is bracteate and bracteolate, means both bracket and bracteole. Both are present at the base of the flower. Pedicellate means flower produces the pedicels, a stalk. Complete means all the floral parts, including sepals, petals, androecium and gynoecium, all are present. Hermaphrodite. Zygomorphic. Zygomorphic means we cannot divide the flower into equal parts if we cut from any angle. Pentamerous, 5. All the sepals and petals or stamens, these are present in the number 5. Hypogynous means all these parts are inferior to the ovary. Bilabiate means 2 lips of sepal and petal are formed. Small and pink flowers are there. So first of all, we will discuss about the calyx, which is commonly known as sepals. These are present in the 5 number. Gamosepalous means all are fused together. Bilabiate means 2 lips are formed. First by 4 means upper lip is broad and 1, and the lower lip, it possesses the fusion of the 4 small sepals. Gland dotted violet green, and it shows the imbricate aestivation. It is clear from this diagram. Yes, this is the calyx, which shows the 1 posterior sepal and 4 anterior. You can see from this diagram as well. Corolla is petals 5, gamopetalous, these are also fused. These are also bilabiate, means form 2 lips, but in this case it shows the 4 by 1, means 4 are posterior and 1 is inferior. Corolla tube is very short, pink, imbricate estivation, means these shows the same kind of the structure, bi-lobed calyx and corolla, but 1/4, and this is 4/1. Androecium stamens are 4. Polyandrous means free androecium, which are free from each other. Epipetalous, because these arise from the petals. Didynamous 2+2 means these are present in two groups, in 2 groups. Anthers versatile, which can move, and these are helpful in the dispersal of the pollen grains. Anterior laterals are longer and two posterior laterals are smaller. So each posterior lateral has elongated connective bearing fertile anther lobe at the posterior end and sterile lobe at the anterior end. These are dithecous, means two lobes are present. Intros means these are their dehiscence on the inner side. Gynoecium is bicarpellary. Two carpels are there which are fused. Superior ovary, because all the floral parts are inferior. Bilocular, two locules are present but becoming tetralocular. After that it becomes tetralocular due to false placentation. Axial placentation, one ovule in each locule. Style is gynobasic, mean to say that style originated from the base of the ovary. Stigma bifid. So we can see from this diagram. This is showing the, yes, it is bicarpellary ovary, but it shows the 4 carpels because of the false placenta, right? And this is the epipetalous condition of the stamens. These are originated from the petals, and petals and sepals all are showing the imbricate estivation. Fruit is sarcerulous, and seed is non-endospermic. This is the floral formula which shows the presence of the bract and bracteole on the flower. Flower is perfect, bisexual, calyx 1/4 and corolla is 4/1, and androecium is 2+2, means two groups of androecium which originated from the corolla. Gynoecium is bicarpellary, syncarpous ovary, which shows by the brackets, and this line shows the superior ovary. Thank you so much.